Hi everybody, I'm Robert, and you are watching Backyard Bodyworks. Hi sports fans, Robert here. Today we are working on the engine, trying to get it started. And you know, it's Tuesday, it's the day after Memorial Day, and I got a little time before I got to hit the bed, so I figured I'd come out here and just look it over and do some inspection. I've got some gasoline here, and I've worked with the fuel pump, and the fuel pump seems to work just fine. I'm able to use the little lever here, and it squirts gas out the other side, so that tells me that at least it's functional. I do not know if I have spark. I have not checked that yet, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. Is I'm going to be working with I'm going to take one of the plugs out and see if we have some spark. I'm also going to squirt a little bit of WD-40 or maybe some Marvel mystery oil in each. I'm going to take the spark plugs out, inspect them, and squirt a little bit inside each cylinder just to give it some top end lubricant. Because you know, like I said, it's been sitting for a while. Now I did turn it over when I brought it over here, so it does turn over. I do have oil pressure. I've got an oil line hooked into it, and I do have oil pressure because it does move. The oil does move through there. I do need to add some radiator fluid, so I will do that. And you know, worst comes to worst, I got to take the carbs off and clean them, and you know, and make sure they're clean, so that the float bowls are clean, the needles are clean, whatnot. And I did that the last time I had it running, but that's been years ago. It's been almost 5 years ago. So let's go ahead and get to it and see what we can get as far as the see if we can get some spark, and then I'll worry about, you know, getting it started or whatnot later. So follow along. All right, so it doesn't appear like we're getting. Look at the voltage coming off of the coil. Don't appear to have any power coming from the coil. Okay, there we got power. Let's take that one out of the way. Put the power over there. Turns over. The question is, am I getting anything out of the coil? Still not getting any spark. That probably means the coil's bad. Because I've got 12 coming out of this. We got power coming out. We just don't have power going in. Okay, we'll get power to place. Guys, I decided to play with it just a little bit more before I go inside. I've got it to where it sparks. So we're going to try this again, just to see if it'll turn over, just to see, and then I'll call it a day. All I'm doing now is just cleaning up the spark plugs, just making sure that all the rust and calcifications are off of them. I don't think it's going to fire off. It would be nice if it did on the first try. But I think the carburetor's probably going to need to be cleaned. I can't imagine if they would still be clean from, you know, when I cleaned them 5 years ago. But spark plugs look good. I mean, they're brand new spark plugs, brand new plug wires, and from what I remember, the condenser and the stuff was brand new too. So the pump's working really good. I've had to refill the mason jar. So it's, I know the floats are full. The floats have got to be full, and I don't see any gas leaking over on the other side at all. So it's evidently pumping gas into the cylinders. We're going to see here in just. All right, here we go. That turns over really good. Let's try a little spark fluid in there and see what happens. Might be getting any gas in there. Let's determine whether or not we're getting some fire. Oh! It's alive! It's alive! Sort of. Just curious. Oh, I guess we are having some leakage as far as gas is concerned over here. The carburetors need to be cleaned again. All right, guys, it seems like we got the engine just is, springing to life and seems to be doing good. So that means the coil's good, the points are good. The only thing that I know is not good is the alternator, and I'm gonna have to either rebuild it myself or, do something else with it. So, man, that's awesome. All right, this will be the last time, I promise. Man, the exhaust smells good at least. Well, guys, that's all the time we have for today. It's 1:15, and I really got to get to sleep. Of course, this is my last night. We'll be back at this tomorrow, so I am really excited about what I've just seen today. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to take off the carburetors, because you can see the gasoline is just dripping. So I'm going to take the carbs off, and I'm going to clean them, and then I'm going to put back on. It's basically what I did a couple of years ago, and just clean them up real well. Inspect them, inspect the insides of them, and of course I got the battery on the charger, so we're good there. And I want to hear it run sustained, just running. I want to check the oil pressure and see what the oil, because I got an oil pressure gauge in there. I want to check the oil pressure, and I want to check, some different things and stuff that I didn't do the first time that I had it running, and it's just in that other video where we're just sitting there and it's just running. So that being said, it's a good place to stop. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye. Hi everybody. It is Wednesday. I'm off. We are back to working on the GT6 engine and transmission. See about getting it to run sustained and not just choking over with starting fluid. So we're going to get started with that little project because I really want to hear it run, hear that thump, 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 thump. It's an exciting time because there's life. And where there's life, there's hope. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll go ahead and get started. All right, so where we left off yesterday was that we were getting gasoline through the lines, but we're not getting it in through the carburetor, so the carburetors are probably dirty. Let's get started with that, shall we? Alright, so what we're going to do first is we're going to take the dash pot, yeah, I think that's what these are called, the dash pot plungers out, and they look like they've got plenty of oil in them, so I'm not worried about, I'm not worried about these. And the oil looks good, it's nice and clean. And when I pull up on the throat, the plunger, it's got some resistance and it falls back down slowly, like it should. I mean, it's not too slow. I mean, I've got resistance pushing it up and it falls down freely and it feels good. So we know that that's okay. You know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and remove these and take them apart on the bench. I think it'll be easier to get to them. We'll start with cleaning up one, and then we will go ahead and clean up another. And we'll do them one at a time. That way that we don't have, So I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward to the bench and us cleaning this carburetor off. There's no sense you watching me, pull a carburetor off a car. Hey guys, I've taken the carbs off, I've looked at them, and they seem to be okay. I think the problem is with the fuel pump, because it's leaking gasoline out of the fuel pump, so I think the diaphragm might be it. I have not inspected it yet, so I'm going to go ahead and take it out. We heard it run the other day, so we know it runs. And this was just kind of a fun side project. Will it run? Will it not? I don't know. And it did. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to call it a day today. Tomorrow being Thursday, we will pick it back up tomorrow. All right, gentle people. I have the GT6 fuel pump that I have pulled out of, I pulled off the GT6 because we're having some issues with, it feels like the fuel's leaking out of it. So, at least I noticed some drips out of the bottom. I don't know. So I'm going to take it apart, just kind of look at it. I'm concerned that the diaphragm has gone bad in it because it doesn't seem to be drawing any fuel. So I'm going to split this cap off, and I want to take a look at the diaphragm inside, and I want to see if that's going to be, if it's any good. And I'm going to pop all these screws off of here. I'm going to move my hand so you guys can see what I'm doing. Let's do it this way. Let's do it with my left hand. You guys can see it. I'm sure a rebuild kit for this, from Rimmer or something else like that, it's probably pretty cheap. I think Victoria British has got it too. I'll look it up later. There's so many different places out there that would have Moss Motors might have it. The Roadster factory might have it. I'm pretty sure that it's common fuel pump for the Triumph, but it might be, TR6 fuel pump would work, or there's probably some of you guys that are familiar with TR6s would know. But I mean, or Vitesse, or it's a 6-cylinder, so I would assume that Triumph would they would do similar fuel pumps for the 6-cylinders, just for the sake of having something for every to avoid having specific fuel pumps for specific cars. I would figure that all the 6-cylinders would have the same fuel pump, maybe different caps or different configurations with the inlet and outlet ports. But I would think that they would be you know, pretty much the same on all the 6 cylinders. Oh yeah, that needs to be cleaned out bad. Look at that. Might have to clean all that out. Oh, yeah. Look down in, I don't know if you guys can see down in there or not. Let me pull this around so you can see a little bit. Look at all that nastiness down in there. Yeah, this is going to have to be cleaned. Oh, yeah. Would you like a bite? That's just disgusting. Oh, it sounds good. Hey guys, I got it apart, and I found the problem while we were having such poor fuel pressure. The diaphragm's got some splits in it, so several minutes. So I'm going to look and see about the rebuild kits for these. In the meantime, I'm going to pull out my old friend, dun dun dun, gunk, and I'm going to drop all this stuff in there and just let it do its thing. Hey everybody, it is Friday. I'm getting ready to pull the fuel pump out of the special elixir. See what it looks like. Thanks for stopping by the shop today. Let's see what we got going on here. Ta-da! Ooh, that looks nice. Wow, that's super cool. That is a Type U made in England. So all I need is a new diaphragm for it. And I think that'll be ready to get rock and roll. Give it a try, see what happens. That sounded pretty good. So we got fuel pressure. That's good there. So the system is pressurized. Now that is what I call success. So we're gonna call this done, and we're gonna start working on the next video, which is the removal of the engine. Thanks for watching. Well guys, that's going to conclude this week's video. Thanks so much for stopping by the shop and visiting with me and taking a look at what we're doing. If you like today's video, be sure to like, and if you want to subscribe to the channel, subscribe. If you want to get notified every time that we upload a video about this project or any of the other projects that we're doing, hit the notification bell and that will alert you every time that we upload a video. I have enjoyed these last two videos have probably been so far my favorites because they have been big, huge successes. The bonnet came together and lined up nicely, and baby's got a heartbeat. Gotta love it. Anywho, Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Y'all have a great day. Bye.